still on?
Yeah, good.
There we go. Hey, Strix here for the Social Network, and we're here with Sir Nick.
Hi, this is Nick, Papa from Real Social Dynamics.
And here's another crazy interview. I'm sorry, I really don't have a script. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about, which I think is an indication of how much we have in common. I'm really curious what actually got you to come here. Why here?
Sure. Well, my father was born in Manila, and I really like coming down to Manila. And we're in Chinatown right now. I actually live about 4 blocks down the street. So I come down here once a year. And I wanted to come down here and talk to the Manila community.
Right.
Because last time I came down here, we had a small group. But before I came down here, we had a list of 150 people. Part of them were from RCNation.com.
Right.
Other people were just friends of friends. And we wanted to share some of the videos, some of the things that we talk about, show people like how we pick up girls from around the world, have videos of instructors doing so, and just share some really cool ideas. I think it was a great opportunity to get the local Manila group to meet up with each other. We created a local fraternity out here.
Right. What are you hoping it turns out to be, based on your experience
I'm
in other
hoping that
nations?
people would have like a monthly bar crawl, just to socially get together. Cause I think it's really great to have people that meet up face to face, because it's a lot of fun. We won't have RSD instructors here every month to lead the bar crawls, but I think that we can have 5 local leaders help us out and get people together. We can build a community so that when we come back in town, I can see the community growing and I can see you guys all getting more successful results.
When's that?
We come back in town in 2 months for a boot camp. We're going to be doing boot camps more regularly. One of the people who signed up for the boot camp is actually right there on the other side of the room. And we're hoping to do more seminars as well.
How do you see this turning out in a couple of years?
Well, 2 years ago, last time I did a
Are you looking
seminar,
that
it was
far?
probably over 10 people. We did it in my hotel room. And actually, my friend here was there as well.
Right.
Your cameraman.
Right.
However, you look here today, now we have 150 people, and it's just growing really fast. Now, thanks to you guys helping to bring people, and also my other friends who like RSD, they brought their friends. It's really great to see this, and it's really interesting to see also how this movement has evolved from around the world. I think it's really cool. I feel like part of my job is to somewhat open up the eyes of the world.
It's kind of evangelical at that.
Yeah, I mean, I go to places like India, where a lot of the culture is about arranged marriages.
Right.
And I love the idea that there could actually be love marriages, and also people approaching not just for pickup, but actually for improving all aspects of their life, and mostly for how to pick up girls, of course. Because that's the passion that helps us create this company.
It almost sounds like you're trying to change lives.
Yeah, one of the things that we're going to be doing in a couple of years is launching a website called higherself.org. Tower is going to be teaching a lot less boot camps and more of self-improvement in general. So that's something that we are kind of doing under the table right now for major corporations like Cisco, for Success Institute, MediaStar. And we're doing it for businesses. And taking the concept, the real reason why we call ourselves Real Social Dynamics as opposed to Dating Dynamics was that we wanted to actually teach social dynamics that we applied for all aspects of life.
So you're going heavy corporate?
We're going heavy corporate in a couple of years. Right now we're going to be focusing on
It's in the works. It's a plan.
Our core businesses, and always will be, the boot camp. Because that's the product that's made us. However, we're going to be opening up these.
Right. Can I ask you a strange question since, well, it's a directive from our strange friends.
Sure.
And one of the stranger questions is, how do you foresee RSD and what you're doing and your passions helping out virgins all over the world? This is a virgin-dense country. It's just sheerly incredible how many virgins there are per square foot.
I think the biggest thing that we notice in RSD is the transformations of students. That's why we spend, on an average month, less than $50 in advertising. You don't see RSD ads everywhere.
And it's all on your website.
It's all on our website because the friends refer friends. I think it's a really good testimony that we could do that.
How would this impact somebody who's never getting laid?
Well, a guy who goes out on a regular basis will hook up with girls. I think a lot of guys are afraid of going to do so. So as a result, we were talking earlier today in the seminar about the actual social experimentation, how to do the first approach, how to do the basics. And it's a really great program for people that are beginners. However, for those who are really advanced, want the subtle levels of how to pick up girls, we have those guys doing demonstrations, and you can see it live on boot camp, live in our videos. And
how's your follow-up been? Has it changed lives, relationships? Do you see that happening for your students?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that one of the reasons why I sent my brother-in-law to boot camp is because it helped change my life. I know that for me personally, it's dramatically changed my life. I mean, I didn't know how to do a cold approach when I first started this. However, every single weekend, we have people write success stories on RSD Nation and the boot camps they took in the previous weekend. And you'll be seeing a lot more of that on the front page of RSDNation.com, where you actually see videos of our students transforming.
Just from the time you were back and now, from 10 people to 150 people, did you expect to see so many people? And how do you feel about...
I was really happy to see this. I was really surprised
crazy reception
that this was happening. I think that we had 40 people sign up for the last one, and only like 10 people showed up. So it was a high flake rate. So when I came down here and I saw 115 people register in advance, I said, well, probably a lot of people won't show up.
Right.
Not only did they all show up, but even more of them showed up. So I was really glad to see the growth in Manila, and I think that Manila is definitely a growing market for the pickup industry.
Well, I hope that works out. One final question, if you're good with this. It sounds and feels to me, just the short talk, it almost feels like you're at the cusp of like an evolution. Is there, does it feel like there are insights coming in and you could actually now for the first time see where it might head?
Well, Tyler is continually evolving, and he's evolving the technology we're doing so fast. He goes out every night. And our instructors all go out every night. And it's interesting because one of the CEOs, who's Tyler, I'm the other one, his sole job is to create content and then train people to create even better content. And with me focusing solely on business and him focusing solely on content, it's allowed us to really evolve what we're teaching. So if you go to a program this year, what we're teaching next year is going to be completely different.
Right.
That's why if you go to the World Summit, which is our annual convention.
When's this at?
It's August 4th and 10th in Las Vegas. If you go to that, you'll notice that it's not recorded, and every year it's completely different. And the reason why is because what we teach is so different every year.
Do you actually come with a battle plan, or let's, you know?
I don't even know what instructors are going to teach when they show up.
I hear you.
So I'm actually surprised. I'm concerned, especially because some of our instructors are a little bit crazy when they're in the field.
Understood. Do you have a feeling for how it's going to turn out, though?
I look forward to it all
like
year.
5 years, 10 years?
It's the coolest thing I look forward to all year. I think in terms of like the vision of how things are growing,
right.
You know, we've never really spent money on marketing, and we're going to start doing so. I think that's going to dramatically grow how things are going. Now that we're focusing, because I basically spent 4 years as an instructor, now I'm married. So now I'm focusing on just the business. So as a result, RSD is continually evolving its content, but I'm going to continue evolving the business, and you're going to see the growth pretty extreme.
You got a support base right here.
Cheers, thank you.
Really good talking to you.
Two more questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, let's do those questions.